Hey guys, my name is Cynthia and welcome to my channel, Graciously Growing, and welcome to Vlogmas day number 6. And today I am going to share with you all of my plants that start with the letter F, but they're not that many. As a matter of fact, I think I only have 3 that I'm thinking of right now. So also today I'm going to share with you a impromptu shopping trip to Home Depot. So I hope you enjoy. So the first plant I want to show you is right over here, and it's kind of big. And let's see if I can lift it. Oh my goodness. And this is my huge fern. Now, I did do a video in regards to this fern a while ago. I purchased this fern. It was my first time purchasing plants online. And this was one of them. Now, this fern was much bigger. I had to take a break because it's heavy. This fern was much bigger than when I got it. Well, not bigger, much fuller when I got it. And it took me a while to figure out where it wanted to be. And so I have it now in my plant room, which is nice and warm if I keep the door closed, just like my office space, because I have too many plants in my office space because I do have to work in there as well. And so there was no room to put this fern, and it did not like being in my living room. And so since I've put it in my plant room, it has stopped dropping leaves, and I think it's going to love this area. And it's going to start fulling out again, get much fuller again. I also realized that I wasn't watering it enough. I went and looked up on the care for ferns, and I at first felt that I was not, that I was giving it too much water. But what I found is they're very thirsty plants, and they like to be mist, So I try to mist her leaves every day, and I water her really good once a week. So yeah, that's my first plant that starts with the letter F. Okay guys, so here's my next fern. This is my bird's nest fern. It is also located in my plant room. It used to be in my office area, but I was running out of room, and so I was so glad when I was able to dedicate a room in my home to my plants, and so I moved it up here, and I think it's getting acclimated to this new area. I can tell that you can see right here, if you look inside, you see those 4 knobs. That's how the new leaves come up. And I see that it has 1, 2, 3, actually there's 5. There's 5. So it is still growing. The outer leaves are yellowing. I think maybe that is normal, that is losing some of its new oldest leaves. So yeah, this is my bird nest fern. So my last fern that I have is, I'm going to give you its proper identification here. Hopefully you can see that. I have been struggling with this fern, as you can tell. It's so pitiful looking. I have moved this fern around several times. This is location number 3, and it seems to like this area, and this is my plant room. That's where it's located now, because it stopped yellowing, because in the other 2 locations, it was just, continuing to yellow and be real crispy, and oh my God, I was having trouble with this. So now It's nice and green, and so hopefully it will start growing. I've also discovered that this particular fern needs a lot of water. So I usually water this fern on Tuesdays, which would be tomorrow, and then I will water it again probably Friday, because it gets really, really dry quickly. So hopefully I have figured out what this plant needs, and it will continue to grow and get healthy and fill out this entire top portion. And it's an interesting fern, the way the leaves are shaped. So, and I found this in one of my local grocery stores. Didn't know a lot about it. And so, yeah, this is my tropical fern, Cretan brake fern, Ablanesta, however you pronounce that. So yeah, that is the last fern that I have, but I also have one other plant. Actually, no, I take that back. I have two. I have two more plants to show you. Okay, guys, so let me show you next. I think this is called a Ficus elastica burgundy. I actually have two of these, but they are pretty much similar, so I'm just going to show you this one. This one was in my master bedroom, and it was dropping leaves like crazy, and so I have moved it here into my plant room. No more leaves have dropped. I think it's getting a new leaf right there. So I think it is happy, and I think this is a new leaf coming in right here as well. So it's, I found a place where hopefully it will grow and be, you know, and come. Oh, actually, look, here's a new growth right there. And here's a new growth right there. Can you see that one? Right there. So so maybe it really likes this area, this room. So that's good to know. And then my last plant is, I think this is either a Ficus elastica Taninki, and I'm not, and there's so many different ones, but I think this is a Ficus elastica Taninki red. But if you know the proper identification for this plant, please let me know. I've had this plant for a very long time. It's done absolutely nothing. I do see that it's trying to get new growth. Well, there's a new growth coming right there. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, there you go. That's new. And so maybe I'm finally going to get some type of new growth here. I don't like the way it doesn't have any leaves on the bottom, but they dropped off, and maybe that's just how the plant grows. I really don't know. But yeah, it's, you know, that's the first time, that new growth is the first time I've seen new growth since I've had this plant. It's been at least over a year. So I'm not doing too well with this particular plant. So hopefully with that new growth, it'll continue to grow and do good things. So yeah, that is all of my plants that start with the letter F. And now I am going to share with you my impromptu plant shopping at Home Depot. So over here, they had a variety of different types of plants. On the floor, they had a lot of fiddly figs, as I call them, Dracaenias, some Ficus elasticus, as well as some snake plants, some ZZs, and yeah, that pretty much is what they had in that area. Now here is a monstera. I actually have this monstera at home, but I don't know the proper ID for it. So if you know, let me know in the comment section. Here is a ZZ for $16.98, looking really nice and healthy. And here is a snake plant also for $16.98, and it was not looking nice and healthy. I think it was underwatered in my opinion. Also, they had some pothos for $16.98, beautiful, Dracaena, and then they had this philodendron sun red for $19.98. They had 2 or 3 of these, and they didn't look too well, in my opinion. So, and then in this particular area, some philodendron Brazils, some Cebu blues, some more pothos, and in the back they had some Hoyas, and this Hoya was $12.98. It looked like it's seen better days. And that was the only one they had of that type. And then right by it, they had this particular Hoya. I think this is a Hoya publicale, if I'm not mistaken. It looked much better than the other Hoya. And then we have this Cebu blue for $12.98. It was a little sparse, and they had a few of those hanging around as well. And another Pothos marble for $12.98. It looked like it's seen better days as well in regards to those pothos. And then they had some, I would call them starter plants, 4-inch starter plants, like this Disembakia here for $5.98. Not bad at all. Nice and healthy looking. Likewise, they had the 4-inch Ficus Ruby for $5.98 as well. And it not too bad looking plant. And they also had some philodendron cordiums for $5.98. And that is all of the plants that I looked at in that area before I turned my attention to some of their hanging plants. So first up, they had quite a few trailing elephant bush for $19.98 and some Christmas cactus that were blooming. They were absolutely gorgeous, and they were also $14.98 as well. And they also had some lipstick plants for $14.98. As well as this beautiful, only one, but this Enjoy for $19.98. It was nice and full, but it was the only one that they had. So yeah, really pretty plant. They also had this, I can never remember the name of this plant. I think it's a something horn. Staghorn. Yeah, a fern staghorn. They had 2 of those. And look at this really cute little pepperonia. And so yeah, that is pretty much the end of my impromptu shopping trip. So guys, I hope you enjoyed my impromptu plant shopping excursion to Home Depot. And yes, I did purchase 2 plants, and I want to end this video by showing you the plants that I purchased. They're both peperonias, and I have a love-hate relationship with peperonias. In my collection right now, let me see if I can, so in here, I have one that's doing very well. Actually, no, 2. I have 2 peperonias here in my plant room. I have 1 pepperoni in my office that is doing well, so that's 3. And then I have a pepperonia in my kitchen dining room area that is recovering and seems like it's gonna make a come back nice and strong. However, I did lose 2 peperonias. My beautiful pepperoni guinea did not make it from, I don't know if it's a transition from summer to fall, but it just kept dropping leaves until there was nothing left. And so I don't know if it's gonna come back or not. I cut it all the way back, and we'll see what happens. And then my pepperonia palea did the same thing, just all of a sudden just started dropping leaves. And the only thing that I can come up with, it was something dealing with the weather change and maybe turning on the heat in my home. I don't know. But anyway, I did purchase 2 more pepperonias. And this is a pepperonia angulata. And she is so beautiful and green and vibrant. And so I just said, I hope I can keep her looking like this, but she is an absolutely gorgeous pepperonia. So yeah, and then the second pepperonia is kind of more of a rescue attempt, because this pepperonia was really looking sad in the Home Depot, and I think she hadn't been watered for quite a while. And this is a Cupid pepperonia, and I was like, you know what, I already struggle with pepperonias, and I'm gonna get one that doesn't look like it's doing that well. But I did repot her, and I'm gonna tell you, I don't know what type of soil they had her in. It was absolutely horrible. And so I put her in some nice fresh soil, gave her quite a good watering, and I feel like she's already looks 100% better than she looked in the store. So we're gonna see if I can keep her alive and bring her back. But she was just looking so sad, and they had quite a few, and they all looked like they were on their last leg. But it's such a beautiful pepperoni, and it reminds me of my guinea that I lost. I think that's another reason why I purchased her. Maybe, even though this is not a guinea, she just reminds me of my pepperonia guinea. So yeah, those are the 2 plants that I purchased for my impromptu plant shopping. So I hope you enjoyed Vlogmas day number, I have to keep up with this, Vlogmas day number 6. And until next time, be blessed.